Huples cat! How can you tell if you've got arsenic poisoning? Well, one of the principal ways you're going to notice it is skin discoloration, and I'll put some shots up. At its extreme level it's pretty obvious, and you kind of sort of go blue from cyanosis, as well as have the greyish to brown spots all over you. But any unexplained discoloration of the abdomen, face, hands, feet, have a really good think about it. Am I getting arsenic inside? Because you never know, your spouse might be poisoning you. It's very common. After about 6 weeks of having arsenic on board every day in a high level, you'll see lines appear on your fingernails. I'm not showing signs of arsenic poisoning, so I'm happy about that. I've been here about 8 months now. But I'll put some shots up again so you can see what the lines would look like. Again, this is heavy arsenic concentration. The problem with arsenic is it's chronic. You can slowly build up a lot of arsenic in the body, which causes you a whole bunch of different problems until you actually get organ failure, gangrene, and die. On the way, you're going to lose your kidney and liver function and a few other things. Not a great death. Not very nice. Bear in mind, arsenic has actually always been assumed to be a healthy product. Much like ivermectin for horses, people take stuff and they swear it works, but actually what it's doing is slowly killing them. And over time, people figure this out, and people actually get science and look at this stuff and study it. So what I can tell you is arsenic's not a great idea. You really shouldn't be using it to whiten your skin. You really shouldn't be doing it for all the other side effects it has that it's promoted for in the past. Arsenic is something you don't want in your environment. It's certainly something you don't want to drink, eat, or have on your skin. Now, I mentioned poisons. Obviously, that's a common thing. It used to be a common thing because you could easily get hold of arsenic. Hopefully you can't get hold of it at all anymore. There's no particular reason why a member of the public should have access to arsenic in any form. Hopefully that's the case, but you never know. But governments have sprayed arsenic, and farmers have sprayed arsenic for quite a few years because they didn't see what was happening. It's not something they should be doing. It's something that should not be done in 2022 anywhere in the world. What about rice? Rice is actually fine, but the way to get arsenic out of rice is to soak the rice for 12 hours in water and then discard that water and then rinse. If you're in a heavy arsenic area, you want to soak it in water that isn't arsenic water, and you want to discard that after 12 hours and then re-soak for another 12 hours in water that hasn't got arsenic in it. Cooking will not remove arsenic from inside of rice. It's a myth. You cook it in water and pour the water away. You have not reduced significantly the arsenic in the white rice or the brown rice. Not a good idea. Soaking it overnight and then throwing the water away and then rinsing again is the only way of getting a significant amount of arsenic out of rice. Okay, you bought the box, you've done the test, you figured out you've got arsenic in your well water and you've been using bottled water, and now you upgrade down. What do? Rainwater is pretty much going to be absolutely safe for you to use. Flowing water from lakes and streams from rainwater is probably going to be absolutely safe to use. Well water may well be contaminated. That's what you've got to worry about. Your soil might be contaminated. The firewood you're burning indoors might be contaminated. I would take it as a sign that you should move if you live in an area with heavy arsenic. In grit down, you're going to have to drink the water that comes locally. Hopefully you'll use rainwater, but you never know, you might have to take it from pools. You don't want to be eating the food that's coming out of the soil that's arsenic compounds in it. And you definitely don't want to be burning wood that's got arsenic in it. Think about it. It's not a good idea. You can't buy bottled water and firewood from a distance in conditions of grit down. One of the major things that's great with Berkey in a suburban urban environment is there's actually a stock of old water. You've got old water in that machine, and that means if anybody's poisoned the water, you might have a heads up over everybody else getting symptoms before you start to get symptoms from your water, because your water's yesterday's. Generally speaking with Berkey's, it's not today's water. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you liked it. Toodles. This has been a 2022 Poison Terrier production.